Hello everyone, this is Hussam Eddin Hashmat. Uh, we will start today a basic off-road items price analysis and study. In fact, I am a road engineer, that's why we uh, will continue this session with road engineering items price analysis. This video is dedicated especially to the young technical office engineer who is hurt too much to be a price analyst. Uh, Let us see what is the definition of the road item price analyst study. According to the uh, sample flow chart on the right, this is a set of mathematical or arithmetical operations for the cost or the right cost of the item beside the administrative and profits with taxes, and in the end we get the final prices. Let us see who is responsible to carry out the price analysis. He is an engineer with uh, high experience, originally technical office engineer uh, at the head office, mostly called a pricing engineer. Why he has or must have a high experience? A problem of road item price analysis and study needs an engineer to be aware of the method of statement of each item, otherwise he will not be able to identify or calculate the costs and the stages of execution of the item must be known, by which the engineer can calculate each activity inside the item, which easily later on to calculate the final price, which will be listed in the BOQ. There must be a condition for the price analyst engineer. It must be a confidential man during the study, and he should not be presented, he should not present his study to anyone except to the owner of the company. As I said, the years of experience should not be less, in my opinion, than 10 years. 10 years is enough for the engineer to be aware of the method of a statement of each item in roads. As we said, we are here going to analyze the road item price. The ability of this man should be unique, He must be intelligent. He must has a mentality, analytical mentality. Expert is how to load the elements of the items to its units, whether meter long, meter square, meter cubic, listed in the BQ. The ability to support a good relation with equipment renders and raw material supplies. This man must have a good relationship with uh, equipment render and material suppliers. You must have a list of their addresses, telephone numbers, and their current updated prices because it is a basic reference for each project under study. When the tender is published, the contractor is going to buy the document. What is the procedure? What is the procedure should be followed directly after having the tender document. First of all, the analyst quickly review the attached drawings and bill of quantity in order to get the quick understanding of the type of and the nature of items to be studied in the tender project. Must have a general knowledge. Drawings, documents, PQ, specs, everything. And later on, he must look for a very valuable information that will later on help him to analyze and put the necessary or the right price in the tender POQ. First of all, he must inspect after taking an idea about the items in the BQ. He must go to the site. I don't want to say that he must go with like a committee, having a surveyor with him, having a material engineer, having two uh, four-wheel drives car. I don't want to say having loader, for example, to easy later on to inspect the material around the area. In the mega project, most of the contractor making it the same, creating a committee consists of the analyzer and material engineer, surveyor, laborers, and one equipment should be with them like a big loader. The surveyor is going to fix the center line of the road. For example, each 500 meter, if we need 100 meter, if it is possible. Okay, to know where exactly where is the path of the road to be uh, constructed. We have to look for a nearest source of water. You have to know what is the type of soil each station or each at least zone, different zone, and this is the existence of the existence of the material engineer in this case is necessary. Okay, what is the nearest dump public waste of material in the area and their distance from the project center? First of all, studying the soil, whether it is ordinary, uh, coherent, rocky, and searching for the nearest source of water and its price, its distance, and alternatives, searching for the dumb public waste in the area and their distance from the project center, searching for the highlands or hill that can be source of suitable material for backfilling. Therefore, the distance of the material engineer during the inspection is necessary. Once the information is collected, it is necessary to review once again the table of quantity, extract all type of supplies. You will read again the BQ, making a list of all supplies like curbs, interlock, asphalt, sand, concrete, and prepare a list and start to look for who is the supplier, who is the best supplier, a modern supplier, taking many prices for at least 2 or 3 suppliers as possible, and taking their prices as a start to make a price study. We must read the specs carefully, side by side with the item in BEQ, of which the specs can be integrated with the item details in BEQ. In other words, the operative item could not be enough to study. For example, if you have an item like curb, supply, and install curb, okay, according to the specification in the meter long. If you don't are familiar with the specification, you will think that the curb will be constructed on uh, sub base, for example, or base, okay, and the situation is over. Later on, you will discover that according to the specification means that this curb should be installed on the ordinary concrete thickness of 10 centimeters, and in this case it will be a disaster. Finally, we start initiating a pricing away from friends. Close your office, start reading, start studying away of friends, away of intruders. Don't give any evidence about your study to anyone too. Otherwise, you are going to waste the chance of your company to uh, the competition for the tender. Finally, we'll start initiating pricing away from friends or intruders without leaving any document or calculation at the end of each studying day that may indicate any kind of pricing, and it's better to close office at the end of each working day while leaving the keys with the engineer during the period of study till the delivery of the tender. I think this is enough basics to start next lecture. uh, how to analyze or study the road price. We will start next lecture in the excavation, and we will see how we put our prices, what kind of equipment, and later on. Thank you, Engineer Asaf.